Hey everybody, I'm making this brief video to talk about two things that are happening in marketing that have just fundamentally changed it, and will continue to do so in ways we don't even know right now. So it's a kind of a new incoming wave, but it's been around for a while as well. But having said that, it's really changing how we do marketing, and frankly, just about any aspect of business. It's not just strictly related to marketing. And it's basically looking at big data, which is the huge amounts of data that we have available to us and collect, and that we can use to analyze. And then, because it's getting so big and we're going so fast in terms of how we collect data, we're introducing the concept of artificial intelligence, which allows us to do a better job of analyzing that data and making more sense of it. So if you look at the way data is collected, it has grown exponentially. It's just been crazy how much data we collect now. We go back to, and these are stated in zettabytes, which, good luck if you know what those are. I'm pretty sure your PC does not go up that high. But, we're talking about huge amounts of data here that have been collected and stored and available to be used. So, going back to 2010, which really wasn't all that long ago, you can see it was just a small fraction of what it is today. And that will continue to increase. And now what's driven a lot of that is our internet behaviors and things. I think what we do on the internet are captured in just incredible detail. So that's a lot of the data that we see there. But there's other things as well. So it's just absolutely amazing how much data we've been collecting. Because we have so much of it, we had to rethink, what does it mean? So back in the good old days, data was, very digitally oriented in terms of X's and O's and discrete pieces of data. It's not like that anymore. When I say that, I mean those are structured data sources and data points, pieces of data. And today, the way we're collecting it is structured, as we've always done, but also unstructured and semi-structured data. And it's continuously being generated at an incredibly high speed and high volume. So we just have more of it than we really know what to do with, even though it is important that we do try to understand that. So when we look at the characteristics of big data, the volume is just obviously, from what I just showed you, is a big part of it. The velocity and the speed which is coming in is just, it's almost mind-boggling. And the variety with being structured and unstructured and being able to relate it and find ways to get at it and analyze it is really come a long way and will continue to. And veracity, which means how reliable the data is it really telling you what it purports to tell you. So all those things are characteristics of big data, and it's definitely been going on. So how is it used in marketing growth? Well, there's a lot of ways to look at it, but McKinsey & Company, a large consulting firm, a highly respected consulting firm, came up with this. I thought it was a pretty good way of looking at it, the different areas. So we use data from a marketing standpoint to find value. We look for real opportunities to create value for our customers, which with all this data, we can obviously do that much better than we used to. It allows us to get better. Basically, we can continuously bring data in to improve with the way we look at things, make changes, just basically improve. Supporting the sales team, it just gives lots more information to salespeople or marketers, as the case may be, to make good decisions, and it really changes on the way things are done. Designing the omni-channel journey. When we say omni-channel, which we're going to learn about later in class, but we're talking about most marketers message minimally and sometimes sell their products and services over multiple channels. So you can think of like a retailer. Walmart sells on obviously in the stores, but also through Walmart.com. And those are the two big ones, but they have other things as well that they sell through. Okay, so the omni-channel means we're touching the touch points with the consumer are wide and continuously growing. Allows us obviously to plan the campaigns then, in terms of saying what do we need to do, how do we need to do it. One thing that isn't on here that I think is really important, I think it's probably embedded in this thing called Getting Better, but I would say we are definitely testing and validating data at a much more rapid rate, and it really, really helps us make good decisions. So, there's a real brief overview of it. We have some videos that I want you to watch, and some content I want you to read. These topics are not well covered in most textbooks, because textbooks, just by their very nature, take a backwards look of how things have been done, and maybe how they're being done currently, but they struggle to look towards the future. For lots of good reasons, by the way. It's not because they don't want to. It's because they don't want to, they have a responsibility to present information that they know is correct. This is a different kind of challenge, right? It's coming, and you need to decide how you need to learn about it and use it. I'm going to bring up what I think is a really good point. I go back to when the internet first started back in the early 90s. The young people who came into marketing who said, yeah, I know all about the internet. I understand how it's going to work. And I got to tell you, the existing marketing management structure in most organizations did not know how to do that. And so those young people that came in with these great ideas and really put them into place accelerated their careers in a dramatic way. And the reasons for that are pretty simple. The people that were there really did not know about what the internet was and how it was going to be utilized. So these people brought some new ideas in. How we use big data and artificial intelligence, that's your internet for those of you who are starting off your career. You can learn as much as you possibly can about it, try to understand everything you can about how it should be used, because it's a change that is coming one way or another, whether existing marketing management really understands it or not. And you can really do that and bring real value to prospective employers or clients for that matter. Okay, so we're going to go to, I don't give too many of these, but I think this is a really important one. Marketing maxims that I'd say to people, things I truly believe. To not use the wealth of information available today is assuming avoidable risk. In other words, we know it's there. We know we need to deal with it. We know we can learn from it. We know we can get better by it. If we say like, oh, that's too much, I don't really know what to do with it, we are assuming avoidable, meaning we could get around it, risk, okay? And I got to tell you, that is a pretty common thing that's going on today. Okay, so what you need to do is, at this point, if I go to our class schedule, I put these, again, these are not in the textbook, so I put them in there, but and big data in marketing is under this week. I put down, they are 3 videos and 1 article, and it's about, and basically is about data-driven marketing, artificial intelligence and the 4 Ps, which is an older one, but still very valid. How AI will change the marketing jobs of the future. That's an actual article that you can read. And big data in 5 minutes. I would suggest starting with big data in 5 minutes because that one gives you a brief overview of what big data really means. Okay, so please go through those. You will start a My Take worksheet for this week and take some notes. Again, these are things you can use in some of the work we're going to be doing a little bit further down the road. Okay, so that's it. That's my explanation for it. Please read through it. I'm going to put out you're going to have a video explaining how to do the My Take exercises, but it's really pretty simple. It's not a big deal. Okay? All right, if you have any questions about this after going through it or any comments, please let me know. Thank you.